Did you watch the entire Tensor debate, by the way?
I've watched like 90% of it, so I can definitely have a conversation with you about it.
Okay, did you hear the part where I brought up quantum logic?
I
That's part of
didn't.
nature as well. Okay, so do you have any
Yeah.
contentions with that too?
Yeah. So the issue with okay, I'm gonna be real. I didn't listen to the quantum logic shit too hard because it
I can
didn't seem like
re-explain
you
to
guys
you.
were
It
sure.
didn't seem like it didn't seem like
Did
what?
you? Well, let me
Wait,
ask you this, because in a debate with like the laws of logic, you'd have to show that you said something about elementary particles, and he's like, what is
I said
elementary
it in a.
particles? And you
I gave
define
an
it.
example with an electron. Yeah, I gave an example with an electron. An electron.
Yeah, yeah. So like basically an elementary particle is just like a wave and like what? It's like some other shit. Like it's a wave and like something else simultaneously.
Yeah, so that does not pertain to what I said though. Or do you want me to explain the argument?
I was asking for clarification. That wasn't a defeater.
Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. So when I brought up quantum logic, it was an argument that's supposed to posit how like specific properties can be identical to each other. So therefore, if you say like A can be A even only if it's A, we can have a property that's like A equals A, but we can also have A equals B, which goes against like the initial like positive like the way in which the laws of thought were initially posited by Aristotle,
Okay.
which states that A is A if and only if it's A, or there exists A such that for all A equals A, it cannot be equal to B. Like the modern
Okay.
logic formulation, yeah, the modern logic formulation of the law of identity is the one that states that A can equal B. So it does not pertain to the initial one, which is what we are arguing upon. I do
Yeah,
agree with the modern logic definition of it, the first little logic formulation of it, but I disagree with the old one. Like that's like old fashioned and it does not correspond to the quantum world.
yeah. So basically let me ask you this. So to put the laws of logic into question or to like evaluate something whether it like follows the laws of logic, don't you have to show that like particular object has some two properties that are necessarily mutually exclusive? And then you could say like okay, it violates the law of identity.
I mean, I already
Yeah,
gave an
the law,
example of
the
like
law of
quantum logic,
non-contradiction.
but that I already gave an example of like but yeah, but the other contention that the other
The
contention
example,
that I
the
used to
example
like,
doesn't answer the question directly. I asked you. Don't you have to show
okay,
that
sure,
necessarily those things are mutually exclusive?
what do you mean mutually exclusive? Necessarily mutually
Mutually
exclusive? What do
exclusive
you mean by
meaning
that?
like they cannot exist simultaneously. It's like up and down. For an object to be up, it must be not down, right? Those things are mutually exclusive, right? So to violate the law of non-contradiction, you'd have to show that a particular object has two properties that are necessarily mutually exclusive.
Okay, can you please like word it out in a different manner? I don't understand what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So
Like you try
let's
to like elaborate on that, but I still don't understand. Like, it
okay.
doesn't sound like coherent.
No, I got you. I
For
got you.
sure, go ahead.
So
Sure.
let me think of like
As for what
hypothetically,
I as for what I used to like put the laws of thought into question, it was the second incompleteness theorem. Do you have contentions with that as well?
um well, it's the Gödel's incompleteness theorem just says that the system in question can't explain itself, but that
Yeah,
presupposes
sure.
that the system doesn't actually need that presupposes that the system itself needs external justification.
Yeah, but in a debate, you will need an external justification. That's what we're debating
But
on. Like, it's
not
like
not not
if we're
in
gonna
not in
debate
the
as to whether
system.
if we're gonna debate as to whether or not the laws of thought are actually objective, that puts into question immediately as the type of position that we're
No, no,
debating
because like
is whether or not they're actually objective.
when you ask like why is the laws of logic um like justified
Uh-huh.
or objective, that's to like the why when posing that question poses the possibility of the contrary, and that possibility of the contrary needs justification.
What do you mean by that?
It almost supposes that the laws of logic could not be justified in a particular sense, and I would
Okay,
say that
so
possibility in particular would need justification.
what about the possibility where they're actually objective? Would that not need a justification as well?
um Possibility where they're not objective.
The possibility that contrasts with them being objective, would that not need a justification as well?
There is no possibility for them not being objective.
Okay, what do you use to justify that? The laws of thought again, right?
Yeah, because what it means to be possible is to be to have no logical contradiction. If you're saying that
Yeah,
there's a
that's what
difference,
the laws of thought
wait, wait,
says.
wait,
There's a difference between
wait, hold
metaphysical
on,
possibilities and logical
hold
possibilities,
on.
though.
Okay, well
Let him
then,
talk.
if you're trying
Damn.
to, well, if you can, you
Bro,
can define
can you
like
meet this nigga? Hold on, can you meet this nigga, please? Thank you.
who is
Yeah, you can go
talking. I
ahead.
can't. Really.
It was some nigga named Rooney, whatever. I don't know who that is.
All right, I don't know who did it, but just fucking shut up. Anyways,
Oh,
I
you can
lost my
talk.
train of thought.
No, I can explain to you what we were talking about. We were talking about like what suffices the possibility of like
Oh yeah,
logic
yeah,
being
yeah.
objective,
So like,
and you went back
um,
to logic. You used logic
yeah,
again to
yeah,
like
yeah,
suffice it.
yeah. Because I was like, oh, that's how possibility is defined. If you're using possibility in a different sense,
No, but
I don't know how you can
yeah,
consistently
we have
give it a
metaphysical
definition outside
possibilities
of
as well too.
a modal or epistemic scope.
I mean, epistemic scope does not need to necessarily like fall under like a specific logical scope as well. But we also
Well,
have metaphysical
the word
possibilities, which are distinct
possibility
from
does
logical
need a
possibilities.
but the word possibility does need to have a scope in which can say what can and can't be.
Yeah, I already explained the scope.
Yeah, what? No, you didn't explain the scope because you're denoting the
I
laws of
talked about
logic.
I talked about metaphysical possibilities multiple times.
Okay, but how do you know when something's metaphysically possible or not?
You don't use logic, you just use metaphysics. Just like, for example, we can say an
Wait,
electron can be indistinguishable from another property. So we can have A can equal B.
well, we can go back to the whole like quantum phases stuff. I do still think my point on you having to show that the properties are necessarily mutually exclusive are is gonna hold up. I can re-explain it if you
Yeah,
want.
I
If you
was,
want to,
yeah, I wanted you to elaborate. So what do you mean when you mean mutually exclusive?
yeah. So
Like,
like
it did not sound clear. Yeah, sure.
so like you know how like when you look at an object, it has like multiple attributes, right? Like if I
Sure,
look at the water bottle on my table, it has the attribute of being plastic and has
sure,
like a label
sure,
on it, right? Those are two
sure, sure,
attributes.
sure,
So to
sure,
say
yeah.
that something is like is contradictory is to say that two properties simultaneously
No,
cannot
we're
exist
not
in
talking about the
logic.
law of non-contradiction. We're talking about the law of identity first. But do you
Well,
not
if
have any
you
contention with
violate
the
the
law of
law of
identity?
if you well, let me clarify. If you violate the law of identity, you're also violating the other law of logic,
Okay,
which
if you
is
have
the
no
law of
contentions with
precedence.
me violating the law of identity, then I would be by extension violating the law of
Well,
non-contradiction implicitly.
I didn't grant violating the law of identity. I said you can't violate the law
Okay,
of
okay, can you
non-contradiction.
have A can
Therefore,
equal B then? Okay, can you have A can you okay, can you have like A to like B equal to B?
no.
No.
If A
Okay, so do you
cannot
see? So you
be,
don't think A? Okay, so you don't think like an electron A is indistinguishable from an electron B?
well, then you're just referring to um a
It's a yes or no
coincidence when
question.
it's distinct. Like let's say I talk about a
We are
particular,
talking like
right?
we are
Wait,
talking
wait,
about what
hold
the
on,
laws
hold
of
on,
thought instantiate. So yeah, we are talking
real
about
quick. If you could
particulars.
not cut me off, I would appreciate it. So
Sure.
when you talk about something curved, right, and you talk about a banana being curved and a banana being yellow, right? Obviously, the yellow on the banana doesn't represent the entirety of the banana. So when you ask me, oh, is the yellow the banana?
How does
Obviously,
it
that's
pertain to what I
distinct
said though?
from yeah, because you're trying to point out the properties of something to say that it's distinct from another property of a thing in its whole, right? So just because a banana being curved,
What?
right, and a banana
I'm
being
sorry.
yellow
Can
is
I,
distinct
okay,
from
I'm
each other.
sorry. Like, can you explain again? How does that pertain to what I said? I'm sorry. Like, I
Yeah, yeah.
can't
So
seem to make sense of what you're saying.
it's
Like
fine,
most of
fine,
the
fine.
time.
I'll try to word it
Can
better.
you find an sure, sure,
So you're trying
or
to
give
relate
better
it to
analogies?
yeah. So if you're trying to your whole argument is trying to point out how well can A not equal B? Well, an electron is distinct from like a wave, right? And essentially, what I'm
That
trying
does
to
not
say
pertain to what I
is
said
that you
though.
can point out. Okay, well you can. Well, then you can represent your argument real quick.
I did say, do you think if you have electron A and electron B, those electrons are indistinguishable from each other? So that means A
Are
can equal
those
B. They're
wait? So
ontologically
then in that
indistinguishable
wait
from
in
each
that
other.
case, I wouldn't even. Where's the B? Because when you say the word B or as a variable, it implies some sort of logical
Exactly, that's the
distinction
point.
between.
If
Yeah.
they're
So like
ontologically
what
indistinguishable from
if
each other, but we can distinguish them between like yeah, if they're ontologically indistinguishable from each other, but you can distinguish between them, the two of them, then that means that we can have A can equal B.
wait? So what's the? Can you show that they're distinguishable between each other?
Okay, sure, it's fine.
And I will say also like saying the word each other also begs the question because you're then presupposing in your
What do you
premise
mean?
that
Wait,
it's the case that they are distinct from each other. But sure, you can go on and show it.
what do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Yeah, because I'm saying your word, the word that you use to describe it has an implication. It's when that thing that is being implied already is put into question, which is whether these things are actually distinct, right? So when you say each other implies that are two separate objects. I'm saying that's begging the question.
Okay, so if you think if I say like Makima and Makima, and we have two Makimas and they're each other, and I'm just trying to represent like Makima in two distinct ways, but they're still
No,
indistinguishable from each other, it
you
still
just say
begs the question.
Makima. you wouldn't speak about me in a sense which you would
I just spoke about you in that
use
sense,
me
though.
in
So
two different. Well, I would
no,
say
you think I
that's
wouldn't
why I
speak
would
about you
say.
in that sense, but
Well, I'm
why
saying
would you
that
think? Why do you
particularly
think
the
that's
word you
improper?
use is begging the question because if you're not well, unless it wouldn't be begging the question unless you're not implying that there are two separate objects, which you are implying. That's your argument.
Uh, no, I am implying they're two separate objects, but they're still indistinguishable from each other ontologically. Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, how do you know that?
I mean, yeah, sure, you can check it out. I don't go with that.
Well, do you not have like an off the dome explanation of it?
No, just you can just go on and read. Mhm. Like, do you think this is like an electron is an electron if and only if it's an electron? Do you agree, right?
Wait, why are you trying to use the laws of logic in your argument?
What?
Nigga, what?
I'm giving you a hypothetical. Do you agree? Like an
Yeah, you're
electron is
trying
an
to use
electron if and only if.
you're
Is that a yes or no? Are we gonna like are we gonna get
well
an answer
under
though?
under well under your scope of what can and can't be, that doesn't even necessarily follow.
We're gonna get to that. Don't worry. Yeah, sure. Do you have any
Well,
like contentions for that?
you can't. Well, I'm not gonna. If you're putting into question the necessity of logic, then you can't say that this thing necessarily
It's a
follows.
beginning. It's an antecedent. We're gonna affirm the consequence of the antecedent. Can you please answer the question then?
Okay, but you can affirm the consequent. That's fine, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't
The
necessarily
consequence would
follow.
not necessarily pertain to the antecedent. So can you please answer the question? The consequence is gonna show the distinction between the two.
Um. Mm-mm. So what was the question?
I asked you, is an electron if and only if it's an electron?
Is it itself?
Yes. It has all properties that are identical to itself.
Well, like, hold on. What makes something itself then?
Ontological properties that are identical to itself.
Okay, so you're asking me if the electron is itself?
Yeah. Does it have ontological properties that are identical to
Yeah,
itself that make it an
given if
electron?
given if the electron exists, then yeah, it's itself.
Okay, so if you have two electrons and they're themselves and they're ontologically indistinguishable from each other, so that means that A can equal B, correct? Unless you think you can distinguish
Well,
between
I don't even
electrons
know. I don't
ontologically.
even know if the electrons in question are actually necessarily
What do you
ontologically
mean
identical. That's
necessarily?
why I asked you this. That's why I
What's
asked you
what's
the
the relevant
question.
distinction between saying necessarily and saying that's not necessarily?
Well, I'm asking for the evidence for the claim.
Okay, okay, I got you.
Yeah, you can just show me that those things are like ontologically identical to each other.
I got you, that's fine.
May I speak real quick?
No.
No, shut the fuck up, nigga.
All right, so
What did you say?
I'm joking, whatever, bro. What did you want to say?
So,
Yeah, so,
that
yeah, bad.
if you multiply something by itself, it
Mm-hmm.
either equals the same thing or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Cook.
Why is that
You
so
have
weird?
cooked.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Bitcoin. A lot of when there's a funny mascot killer.
What was that dude watching?
I don't know. Sounds like porn.
Oh no, I loaded up YouTube on my TV, and that's what the first video was on.
I do want to say the consensus is that like quantum mechanics doesn't violate any of the laws of logic, but yeah.
What's the consensus? The fuck?
Excuse me. Oh, sorry.
You
Wait,
gotta,
are you
do
saying
you wanna
that?
appeal to the
Wait, is
consensus?
that? Are you saying that's not a valid
You-
argument?
Do you want to appeal to the consensus? We can go over the consensus then.
Well, sure. Like, what's the issue with the consensus?
No, I'm asking you. Do you think that's what the consensus is? But I send the
Yeah, from
link.
what I've seen.
Okay, sir, send the links.
Yeah,
Give me any
majority of
consensus.
philosophers I've seen, anecdotally, just
What are
sum it
philosophers?
down to the laws of
What are
logic,
philosophers?
especially the quantum mechanics.
What are philosophers?
Uh, yeah, people like inspiring philosophy. Jack Engstrike doesn't believe that the
What are
quantum
the
mechanics.
what are the justifications for? Oh, what? Are you listing a bunch of Discordians? I shit is fine. So is that your consensus?
Jack Engstrike is a very good debater. I don't care if he's on Discord or isn't. Like,
Okay, so you're gonna appeal to him as your like,
And Triumph
I don't
also
know,
used
like
to this
automatic
because he's
justification.
literally a YouTuber.
I know. Are you gonna like appeal to him as a like sort of justification?
Well, I think it'd be a valid argument if I say that.
What's the argument then? What's
Yeah,
the
the
argument?
argument that the people who understand the data better than you and me are able to make the claim better. And
That's a presupposition. How do you know they understand the data better than me? Okay, yeah. How do you know that they understand the data better
yeah,
than you and
because
me?
they have higher qualifications. What's your qualifications?
Okay, qualifications for what? Quantum logic? Can you please present them
Yeah,
having qualifications for
to
quantum
make the
logic?
claim because actually, matter of fact,
Go
you can
ahead. Do it,
explain.
do it,
You can.
do it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but yeah. Could
I
you
couldn't
not
explain
like cut
what.
me off? Like, can you not do this like this weird shit where you like, okay,
I'm
go
telling
ahead.
you to go ahead. I'm telling you to go ahead, bro. Like you're being slow right now.
You're
Like you
doing
just
it
want to hurry
like
up.
5 times. Like I realize you
Fine,
like
go
have
ahead, nigga. Goddamn, go ahead.
so when I asked you to explain your argument pertaining to quantum mechanics, you literally failed to. I asked you to show me the
What?
data
You said what?
pertaining to quantum
Yeah, I
mechanics.
sent the evidence already. I was just looking for the evidence. I was looking for a link. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with looking for a link? Is there?
Yeah, when I initially asked you about the elementary particle set, when we first started talking about it, you literally could not give me an explanation to like 2, 3
Yeah, I
minutes
gave an
later.
explanation. Yeah, I gave an explanation with an electron, which is already given in the debate. Goddamn.
Okay, so how do you so if you know about quantum mechanics, what's the double slit experiment? I'll give you like
Does that
10 seconds
matter?
to
Does that
yeah,
matter?
because it's a thing that these people know that if you don't know, then I would say
Okay,
it's very
okay.
deductively that it's the
Okay,
case that you don't know
that's
that
fine. We can go by that. You can yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can go by that, right? Can you tell me like yeah, that's fine. Can you tell me or give me a specific video where they explain the Hilbert space for me? Go ahead. Give me the video.
Sure,
Can you explain it?
I got you. Sure,
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
like
Hurry up.
but I'll only do
Also
that.
tell them.
I'll only
Also tell
allow you to
them.
do that.
Also, by the way, tell them. Yeah. By the way, give me a video where they explain many worlds interpretation theory. Go ahead.
I think you just currently failed to explain the double slit experiment. So that's another thing. So
Yeah.
as long as I show
So
that
they
you're
also can
explaining
explain that.
quantum mechanics, here I got you. Here, let me get you
Okay. So
five
there's
more.
specific things that okay. That's a point. There's specific things that cannot explain or you cannot verify or prove that they explained, right? And there are things that I cannot explain myself or you cannot verify or prove that I can explain these things. So if that's the case, they're not necessarily better than me in
What are
that
you
sense.
waffling about? I asked you to explain the double slit experiment. You failed to
Okay.
do
Did you hear what I
so.
said?
And so
Did you hear what I said?
now,
Did you hear what I said? What did I say? What did I say? Repeat what I said.
yeah, it was just what I said.
Exactly. You and I. Okay. What did I say? You
What I
asked me
just
what
said
I'm
just
waffling
now.
about. What did I say? What did I say? Repeat what I
What if I
said.
say what if I said what are you waffling about? Obviously, I don't have understanding what you're saying.
Okay, so that's because you're not listening or I'm not clear enough. What do you
No,
think
it's
it
just
is?
like that was ramble what you just did.
Okay, how do you know it's ramble if you don't know what I said? Like what?
Wait,
What's
because
the
the fact
justification?
that I couldn't understand it means it's ramble to me.
No, that's deductively invalid, right? Something can be
Wait,
ramble in
what?
respect to you because you're not listening.
If you say blue blue blah blah blue blue blah blah, and I say
I
that's
said
ramble, so
deductively
you're saying
invalid. I said deductively
how
invalid.
do you how do you
I
know
said that's
that? How do
deductively
you know that
invalid.
doesn't have some like hidden meaning? I'm just like, well, to me it's gibberish because I don't
Yeah,
understand
somebody,
it.
yeah, to you it's gibberish that does not entail the fact that I did not explain
Yeah,
it
that's
clear
the
enough.
claim that I
So you
made.
could be just not listening.
I didn't say it was like mind
You said it's gibberish.
independently fucking
Yeah,
gibberish.
okay, you
No,
said
I
it's
said
gibberish.
gibberish to me. I said gibberish to
Okay,
me.
sure, it's gibberish to you because you're not listening.
I said gibberish to me. So would you grant
Because
it?
you're not listening. Because no, I'm not granting it.
Wait, what do you
I'm
mean if
granting
I
it on a
wait? So
specific. I'm
you
granting it on a
stated that
specific
it was gibberish
conditions.
because I wasn't listening?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sure.
That doesn't even make sense.
But go ahead,
Again,
get yeah, sure, that's fine. Get your link, bro. Get your link real quick.
sure.
Sure. So you want me to repeat what I said?
I don't need you to repeat what you said. What you said is completely irrelevant to what I said.
Oh, for sure. But you did not hear what I said. But yeah, that's fine. You got it.
Proton.
Yo,
So,
MK.
I'm trying to get like clarifications for this. So you're saying like me saying just because you can verifiably deduce like these people not having the capacity to like show or have knowledge on specific things from like
Here's the
quantum
first
logic.
video.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how does this pertain to what I asked for? What? What
Well,
is
if
this
you look
supposed to
inside of
prove?
the video, you'll understand how they reference quantum mechanics via saying that the
What did I
universal
ask for?
physical unit.
What did I ask for?
Them talking about the
What did I
double
ask
slit
for?
experiment. When you talk about the double slit
That's not what
experiment,
I
they have
asked for. That's not what I asked
wait.
for. What did I ask for?
Relevant what you wait. You did
What
ask me. Tell me
explanation
what
did
you
I
asked
ask
me.
for them to give? No, what
You
explanation did
did
I
ask me
ask
to
for them
prove
to
it.
give? I did not ask you to
You
prove that. Are you
literally asked me
stupid?
to prove it that they
Okay,
knew
that's
about the
fine. It's in
double slit
recording. That's fine.
experiment.
It's fine. It's
They
in recording.
literally
It's fine.
asked
It's in
me.
recording.
You literally.
Sure, that's
It's
fine. You
fine.
can
It's
think that.
fine.
You
Yeah,
can think that. It's fine.
exactly.
It's in recording.
Sure,
Yeah, it's in
sure,
recording.
sure.
Yeah, you
It's
can think
fine.
that.
It's fine. Yeah. So, anyways, we can talk about the initial thing that I said you lost a tense about. So like, the
Yeah, sure.
thing
Go ahead.
originally was the objectivity, right? I think there was a huge
Sure.
conflation between objectivity as in mind independence, as in like
Yeah, what do you want to go down?
rather than like necessity, right?
By the way, when you
Being
say mind
able to
independent, okay, by the way, when you say mind independent, we mean to say like the laws of thought apply in a sense that every specific law in there is applied using a universal quantifier, right? Is that what we're using?
wait, no, that's not the definition of
If we say
objective.
that, if we say that, no, if we say the laws of thought are objective, you mean they sustain the properties that they posit to
Bro,
have
bro,
objectively, mind independently, right?
bro.
If
You
not, they are no longer
understand
the
like
laws of thought.
science. You understand particular science terms refer to things that are mind independent, right? But they don't have to be
We know it's
universal.
mind independent. Are you fucking
Oh, hold
sped?
on,
We know
hold
it's mind
on, hold
independent. That
on,
does not
hold
pertain to
on.
what I said.
Wait, but you already granted it's
This
mind dependent in your debate with Tensa.
I
It's
said
mind
specific
independent. Like you
properties. No, no,
granted
no,
that it
no, no.
was mind independent.
I never said the laws of thought are mind independent. I said specific properties can be identical to each other. Now, do you understand what I'm saying?
Wait,
Can
but
you repeat what I said?
that's yeah.
Can you
But
repeat what
that's
I
just the
said? What did I
law.
say
But
to you? What did I say to you?
That's so relevant. Why are you repeating yourself? What the fuck? Like, are you tweaking? Like,
You
anyways,
fucking dumb.
if you're granting that something is
What did I say
running
to you, Makima?
mind independently,
Makima,
then
what did
that
I
is
say to you?
granting that the laws of logic are mind
Is
independently
he
true in the
dumb?
sense that
Is he
whatever
dumb?
applies, like I talked about earlier, actually applies mind independently.
There,
The
actually,
laws of logic
about
are essentially
my
just
time.
descriptors that refer to the nature of reality. You're literally just like waffling right now, trying to repeat yourself, do these shitty rhetorical tactics that don't fucking work. Like,
Yeah. Anyways, I think we're done here. Like, you want me to just like give like my like ending statement, a conclusive statement, because you're not following, you're not tracking at all.
well,
But
I
it's
want
all
to
been
know if
recording
you
though.
have an argument to track.
We yeah. Oh, what? What did you say? Repeat what you said. What did you say?
Anyways, I
What did
do
you say?
think we're done here.
Okay, so you want me to give like my conclusive statement or a little
Well,
short passage about?
I mean, sure, if you want to.
Sure, that's fine. So I posited, right, in the middle of this little discussion that we had, that if we grant that the laws of thought are true mind independently, we grant them as them being identical to the way in which they're posited. That means they are posited in a way in which they are applied using the universal quantifier. And if they're using the universal quantifier and he used the argument that only applies the existential quantifier, then they are not mind independently true, and it's something else that is not the law of identity or the laws of non-contradiction or the law of like excluded middle. They're not the laws of logic. If they're not the laws of logic, mind independently. So that's the entire point. If you're not following that, that's literally it. It's because I say like a specific property has properties that are identical to itself. It does not suffice its proposition, because its proposition would have to like entail the fact that every property, right, A, there exists every property A such that all properties are identical to each other, not a specific property, because every law of thought uses the universal quantifier and not the existential quantifier. That's what we say when we say the laws of thought are objective or mind independently true. We say that they're true in the sense that everything in reality corresponds to what they're saying, because they're posited themselves to be in which they're like objective in that sense.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make my conclusion. It's not whether I understand it. I just think you're just incorrect. So basically,
Okay, what's
my
incorrect?
conclusion is what happened?
What you say it's incorrect?
Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah. So I
What's
think there's a
incorrect?
huge conflation between and by the way,
Oh
this
my
is my
god, this gonna
conclusion.
reach
This
this
is not
stuff.
my statement to you.
Whatever, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, I think there's a huge conflation between necessity and objectivity. Necessity being something that
Is he
follows
done?
in all possible worlds. There will be no case where this shit does not apply. Um,
This nigga's
uh,
so dumb, bro.
and essentially objectivity is just like mind independency. And if he grants that even one object abides by the law of identity, then he's granting that the law of identity is essentially true. Whether or not it applies universally, right, under some like
Bro,
universal
I'm not,
quantifier,
you're
is
not
completely
fucking
irrelevant. Can you not
phone,
cut me
bro.
off? I didn't fucking cut you off. Can you like shut up? I'm gonna
Whatever,
mute you.
bro.
Like, are you
Go
not
ahead,
scared
bro.
of my conclusion? Are you scared?
No, nobody's scared of your conclusion. You
Okay,
suck. Oh
thank
my
you, thank you.
god.
If you're not scared, then hush up.
Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
think. That
Anyway,
does not justify the position, though. But whatever. Go
what?
ahead.
Wait, that's
Goddamn.
what I think. I told you to hush up. That wasn't a thought. That was me just claiming.
Wait, you think
Telling
you
you
can
to.
speak without? Wait, you think you can speak without thinking? Right, you got it, bro.
You're
That was
not
not
gonna
a
be able
thought.
to
That was
speak.
not a thought. I was speaking. That was not a
You're
thought. I
not.
was speaking.
You're not gonna
That
be
was
able
not a
to.
thought.
Hold on. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so essentially, even if he grants that one thing abides by the law of identity, he's already granting objectivity in the sense of mind dependency. Because all it means to be mind dependent is to not be inside of the mind. It's some externality from the consciousness, right? So the question of whether it's universal or not shouldn't even be a point of contention. That's why I think you guys completely derailed on the main topic, considering the whole topic was about objectivity, right? So, and then the whole quantum mechanics stuff. Um, I give an analogy where you have to essentially show that an object has two necessarily mutually exclusive properties. He wasn't able actually to explain that, and then I appealed to the consensus of people who essentially have views on quantum mechanics that doesn't violate the laws of logic. He had no contention from that, nor did he ever bring the evidence to suffice his claim on the quantum quantum superposition necessarily having properties that are mutually exclusive. And yeah, kind of repeating myself, but yeah. Let me unmute this nigga. There we go.
Anyways, in case you didn't know, like I already sent the link and I already sent a little short passage. There was supposed to be evidence. Just because you
Well,
didn't read it does not
you never
justify the fact.
explained it or pointed it out in VC.
Okay, I already. Okay, you asked me to send the evidence, and I sent the evidence. What I was saying, then
Yeah, but
it
you didn't
is. It
establish
is.
that what you sent actually correlates to what you're saying.
Okay, so if I say like these specific particles are indistinguishable from each other, which I said that in the debate, does that not pertain to what I said? Because there's a direct link right now that says the same thing right
No,
here.
you have to particularly reference what's in the link and correlate that to your argument.
I already did. Like, do you want me to read the link out for you, bro? Do you have a little issue here of
Well,
not reading or not
I'd
having
say it's too
the
I'd say
capacity to
it's
read?
too I say it's too late now. But
What did you say? I just left for a bit. Gang, is this nigga
I
here?
said
Yeah, you said what? You
hold
said
on,
what?
I'm reading the shit that you sent. Yeah, so you have to explain the evidence and how it correlates to your argument.
If I say, okay,
Even if you sent the
oh,
evidence, like for example, like I don't just like say something, make a claim, and then like show you a scan, right? Like you have to make a claim, show the scan, and explain why the scan correlates to the
I already
proposition in
did.
question.
I already
You
did.
didn't. You
Okay,
didn't. You
I'll I,
didn't.
I'll re-explain what I said in the middle of the
Well,
this little talk that we have.
I don't really. If you already did it, then like there should be no need, right?
Yeah. Anyways, just because there are a couple of people that have issues tracking, like people in your server, for example. I'll explain again, just for these little like feeble minds that don't comprehend shit properly, right? I said
Well,
there.
now it just seems like you're just
I said there are
grandstanding.
particles.
It seems
Okay,
it
whatever,
seems like
whatever,
you're
whatever,
trying to
whatever. Can I talk?
explain
Can I
not to
talk?
the people in my
Can I talk?
server, but you're trying to
Can I talk?
explain
Can I
because you
talk?
didn't explain
Can I talk?
before.
Yeah, you can think that. It's already in the recording, bro.
Well,
But
no,
you can think that.
I'll think that, and I'll also be justified in thinking that.
Yeah, you can think that. You can think you can justify thinking that. That's fine. You're the
Yeah, but
same
you don't
person.
think that I can think that I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. You're the same. You're the same person. You thinks you can speak without thinking. But yeah, we definitely appeal to you. But anyways, as I was saying, right?
What? By the way, me
Well,
speaking
he forgot
earlier
what he said.
was
He forgot
irrelevant
what he
from
said.
me
He forgot what he
from
was
the
saying.
thought of me speaking,
He forgot what
dumbass.
he's
But
saying. Forgot what he's saying. He said what?
I'm not even gonna lie. Like toxic.
Yeah.
I thought you had to show me this tier three
For
rhetoric.
for
This
for.
come on, man. Toxic.
Come on, man. I know, right?
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. This is the same person who don't want to debate me outside of his own
Look, I'm
server.
not gonna
Anyways, can I
lie.
continue
I'm not gonna
explaining?
lie. Maybe you were like 1% better than you did against Tensa. Like 1%.
Oh
Are you
God,
impressed?
that's so
Are you
cute.
impressed?
You acting like Tensor does not slam you, bro. Anyways,
Well, I don't really care to be honest. What you think? You can think he slams me. You can think he doesn't. You can think I'm the worst
you want to
skater
debate
on
him right
earth.
now?
It's irrelevant to me, to be
You want to
honest.
debate him right now? You can
It's
debate him right
irrelevant to me,
now.
to be honest.
You want to
Yeah,
debate him right now?
yeah. Trying to get somebody who can actually stand a chance, except for you.
No, I already like dismantle and cleaved you, so I just need another person to like finish you off, you know?
Cleaved you. Like, first off, you're not Sakuna, my boy, and for two, my
I
boy,
never
you
said I
didn't
was
fucking
Sukuna.
claim nothing, bro.
Yeah, you can think that. That's the claim.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you
anyways,
just
as I was saying,
your shit is to
explain
claim.
how
Your
like
shit to claim. Bro, you've been
I already
saying, "Oh,
explained
that's a claim. That's a bold debate." Like, yes, I am making
uh
claims. Yes,
uh
I am
uh
making presuppositions.
yeah, you're making claims, they're not justification. That's the point. But anyways, can I continue, bro? Can
Okay, wait,
we
wait,
get
wait,
back to
wait,
the
wait.
main topic?
Your claim about my claim isn't justification, nor is it a defeater.
Your claim about my claim. What do you mean by claim about my claim? What do you mean by
Yeah,
that?
because you made a claim, right, pointing
What
out
what
that my
claim did I
claim
make?
wasn't evident on some fact.
Okay, yeah, it's not a justification, that's true. What justification do you
Okay,
use for the claim?
nor is you claiming that it's not justification. That's not justification.
Okay, we can use that by like anecdotes. We can use that by
Okay,
empirical,
so you
deducing that
wait.
to be the case.
What does personal anecdotes have to do with anything?
I said I mentioned both things and you did not answer the other thing.
Why are you stuttering?
I don't know why you nitpick that. Like I said,
You doing tap dancing with your fucking tongue, my boy.
I don't know
Chill
like
out.
why you nitpick that. So can you
Because
like
it's
answer this?
dance.
Can you like answer like two things that I responded to with you?
Like what?
Do you remember what I said? What did I say? He does not remember
Well, I
what I
think it's
said.
irrelevant. It's not like we're in a debate or anything.
Okay, so that's the point. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm God. Anyways,
Wait,
as I was saying,
just
right?
because I don't address your nonsense doesn't mean I'm a bitch.
What
It
nonsense?
just means we
What
argue.
nonsense? What did I say? You don't remember what I said.
Okay,
What nonsense? How do you justify it
okay.
being nonsense? We
What
don't
did
know
I
what I
say
said.
50 sentences ago? What did I say 50 sentences ago?
You said it's nonsense.
50 sentences ago? No, prove that.
Yeah, you said it's
Prove that I
nonsense.
said 50 sentences ago. It's nonsense.
Proof exists.
You just begged the question in your argument.
Proof exists, nigga. How did I beg the question? Prove that.
Yeah, because when you say prove, you're presupposing the existence of the semantic word that conveys something in reality.
I never said prove that. Prove I said prove that.
Yeah, you're retarded.
Anyways,
This
back to
nigga's
what I was
not
saying, right?
real, man. This nigga's
Anyways,
not real.
back
Just
to what I was saying,
debate.
right? Like, bro, can I like finish? Like, you wanted me to like not cut you off,
No,
right? So I'm trying to be
boy,
serious right now.
there is no pressing matter
Well,
for you to address.
yeah, as I was saying, right? I already paused it within the recording. You're probably gonna catch it, by the way. I already said like if we have like two particles that are indistinguishable from each other, right? They're gonna be ontologically indistinguishable. He asked me to prove that, and I sent the link right there. But I want you to like specifically scroll up to that sentence because you're the one who's recording. Actually, I'll copy and paste for you just to make that clear. I sent this and I sent the link. The link is to identical. Hold on.
Yo,
Uh,
Makima,
uh,
are you like shaking up? Are you shaking up? You gotta like explain your whole like, oh, I addressed it here, I addressed it there, bro. If you addressed it, you addressed it. Like as simple as that.
Okay, you're
anyways,
slamming.
where's that fucking link, bro?
Yeah, it was good
So
though.
anyways, yeah. Anyways, about like if you see that, it was definitely about like elementary particles being indistinguishable from each other, and he asked me to like send a link that proves that, and I sent that link and I like copy pasted the specific passage between that. That's about it, and that's all. You can stop recording now, and we're gonna send this to everybody. Yeah,
You
that's
sent
about it.
that like 1 minute ago. Like you sent that shit. What?
The that's that's like that was literally sent a long ass time ago. But
But
anyways,
it doesn't even matter to be honest. I think my argument still stands.
yeah, you can think that. You think a lot of things.
Obviously, I can think that.
Yeah, obviously you can think that.
Oh, another obvious. So it's just obvious that I obviously think that. Good one. Very informative, toxic.
Yeah, I already said you can think that. You fucking dumb fuck. I granted that. Did you not
Wait,
listen?
no shit. And I said
Yeah, no
obviously,
shit, bitch. I said you
you
can
had
think that. So what's your point? What's your
you
point?
had to
I already
fucking
said you can
add
think that.
another obvious.
You have to ask. You have to
Obviously,
ask. You have to
no
ask.
shit.
You have to ask. Are you good? Stop stuttering, bitch. Talking about me stuttering. You stuttering?
Ironic. I'm pretty sure you have a harder time
Alright.
than me.
Oh, you can prove that. Prove that. You can never
Prove
prove
what?
that.
Wait,
Yeah.
I just
Go
proved
ahead.
it.
Prove that.
Wait, you don't remember?
Prove that. Prove I don't remember that.
You don't remember? I didn't make a
Prove
claim.
that.
It was a
Prove that.
question.
Oh, you didn't make it
Prove you
clean? Good.
Prove you exist.
Good. You didn't make it clean.
Prove you exist.
Are you talking to yourself? Do you talk to yourself like more often?
It could be the case.
Oh, that.